Welterweight bout here. Orion Cosce versus Gilbert Urbina. Plus 135 for Urbina, minus 135 for Cosce. Over under 2.5 rounds, plus 115 for the over, minus 115 for the under. Urbina coming in here with wasn't like a UFC debut. It was the Ultimate Fighter finale against Brian Battle. So it's not like an official UFC fight, I don't believe, because they were wearing the tough stuff. So that's his only performance in the UFC octagon. He got submitted in the second round, but he didn't look too bad in that fight. I mean, he had Brian Battle bloodied up and battled back and got that submission win, and it's actually aged pretty well because Brian Battle, last week just got the knockout win. He's had a couple of solid wins in the UFC. Big knockout against Takashi Sato, who we'll talk about later. His only losses to Fakhretdinov. So, I mean, his level of competition has actually been pretty good throughout his career as well. I mean, he's fought Sean Brady, lost to him, lost to Tresean Gore on the Ultimate Fighter, but another UFC fighter. So, I mean, he only loses to UFC fighters, like
right.
Real UFC fighters. But then you look at Orion Cosce, and he hasn't really been anything great to watch. I mean, he won on the Contender Series, lost to Phil Rowe. He just kind of gassed out and got hit with a couple punches and got put away. And then they match him up against Blood Diamond. And, Blood Diamond is Izzy's buddy. And that's kind of like a favor I think they did for Izzy to get Blood Diamond in there. And he gets the win by decision. And basically all you got to do if you're fighting Blood Diamond is get him to the ground, because the guy's a true kickboxer. He's not a big martial artist, mixed martial artist. He just wants to kickbox with you. And Cosce did that, got the decision win. That's the first fight that ever went to decision for him. So I honestly can't really get too confident in the Cosce, so especially as a favorite. So I think it's dog or pass. I think Urbina has been off for a little bit. I mean, he's been off since, August of 2021. So near a year and a half, or a little over a year and a half. He's probably gotten better. I can only assume that he's gotten better. And I think he should be able to come in this one and get a win as an underdog. So dog or pass for me, and I'll take Gilbert Urbina. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm on the same side again. And, Orion Cosce, that Blood Diamond fight, I expected him to finish the fight. I thought he would just smother him on top, find a TKO, submission, something, because we knew the fight was going to hit the ground if Blood Diamond, wasn't going to find a knockout real soon. Blood Diamond is a kickboxer. Orion Cosce has some wrestling in his back pocket. But against Urbina, I mean, if you watch the Brian Battle fight, Urbina landed 2 takedowns. He was kind of dominating the first half of that fight. I mean, he had Brian Battle in some tricky situations and some bad positions. And I think he just sensed the finish a little too soon, or, just kind of left it all out there. Because he was on short notice in that fight too, I believe, right? He got called back pretty late.
Yeah, I mean, the Battle was supposed to fight Gore, right?
Yeah.
Because and then Gore got injured or something, and he had to step in. I don't know how short notice it was, but it was obviously not who it was supposed to be.
Right. And he had Battle in serious trouble in that first round. And I think looking at these two fight, Orion Cosce and Gilbert Urbina, side by side, they can both wrestle and grapple, but Urbina just looks like the more natural striker. I mean, he lands at a lot higher volume, or at least he did in that Brian Battle fight. Cosce's kind of lower volume. It's just kind of, chain wrestle, get you up against the fence and grind out wins, whereas Urbina's going to look to take your head off, and he's going to look for submissions on the ground. So yeah, man, I think Urbina, I think this line could flip come fight time, and you're going to see Urbina as the favorite. So right now, man, I'm rocking with Gilbert here. I think he does get the fight done. I think he's the more natural mixed martial artist. I think Cosce might be the more natural grappler, or, he's going to be stronger, but I think Urbina is more natural all around fighter. So yeah, as an underdog, I'm going to lay it on him.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely the more fluid mixed martial artist. Definitely agree with that.